Hey guys, welcome back to Fratelli Fumatori, aka Smokin' Bros. And today we have another episode of Around the Table, and we have a very special guest today. You'll never guess who it is. She's the #1 crybaby I've ever met in the entire world. None other than Lailah Jade.
Yay!
What's up?
Oh,
Wow.
That was bad.
Wow.
There you go.
And somebody let him in control.
I know. I'm starting to regret that decision. Well, I tried to get him to sit over here, but for some reason he was like,
I'm not giving up my spot. You let Dan sit in my spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't here.
And his podcast, when we did the podcast with him, it was more views than you've ever gotten.
And on top of it, you weren't here, so he sat in your spot. That's the way it works.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Joey's not here. Why is Lailah not sitting over
I
there?
don't like guests sitting in the end seats because it's a side profile of them. I'd rather the front.
Oh, yeah. We
front
want the
viewing.
camera to see her the entire time.
Well, not really, but
Would you rather him see a side view of her? It's not very good.
Wow. You're so rude.
Okay, so Lailah, we have a very, very interesting.
segment.
Yep.
The hands folded.
So Uncle Nicky asked you to. Damn, we're gonna look like bitches by saying this the entire time.
Why?
Uncle Nicky, Uncle Dodo,
You could say Uncle Nick.
and Poppy
Doesn't have to be Uncle Nicky.
asked you yesterday because yesterday was Easter. No bunny suit from me on this episode.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, seriously. And you said yes immediately. I did not know that you asked to be on the podcast previously.
Yeah.
Why? Would you want to?
I don't know. I think I'd help you guys get some views. I don't know.
Well, then you can get off the show now.
Yeah,
We don't need your
what
help.
are you talking about?
And not only
Yeah,
that,
we need a child
So-
to get us views.
So when she came down here, we were doing a podcast or whatnot, and we were all hanging out here. For some reason, you weren't here. I guess you might have left early. She came down here and she sat on here and she's like, "Oh man, this is really cool. Like, I really want to do this." And then she asked to be on it, so I was like, "Yeah, why not? Why not?" Right?
and then,
No, you go.
No, you go.
I think it would be interesting to have her on here because we get to ask
perspective,
questions and find out the life of a Gen Z in 2025.
well, hold on. So that's not fair because
You
apparently
technically
to
are
the,
Gen
to
Z.
the chart. I am also Gen Z.
Yeah, but I think
I
you're,
don't think
you're
so.
you're like
That's what I thought as well.
It's 1997 to 2012.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
13, whatever.
So, but you're basically the opposite sides of the spectrum when it comes to that because you're the beginning of Gen Z and she's pretty much the end of Gen Z.
When were you born?
2009.
2009.
Yeah.
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 Jeez.
Yeah.
So she is at the end of it pretty much. She has 3 years until she would have passed Gen Z and you started the Gen Z world. So you guys are, even though you're in the same generation, you're not anywhere near
Yeah.
close to living in the same time frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just really upsets me that we're in the same
Cycle.
generation.
I know,
Does it upset you?
especially because we grew up with you, so it's like
Yeah.
you're like the little kid to us, even though you're not a little kid anymore.
I don't know. At this point, I don't know who he's talking to.
Me either.
But that's
Well,
I mean that's what it is for
both
me. Yeah, but what a lot of people don't understand too is me and Daymon are 5 years apart from each other.
And then I'm 10 years older than you because you
Yeah.
just turned 16. So yeah, I'm 10 years older.
So it's a big age gap between us, and not a lot of people realize that.
And I'm 15 years older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
50?
15.
You're like 50 years older than Lailah. Didn't you just turn 56? 66?
Yeah, I wish it was 56.
Is it 66?
No, I'm 65.
Oh,
Jerk off.
You asshole.
So you're 49 years older than Lailah.
Yes.
That's old.
That's why she's
That's
my
a life.
granddaughter.
That's a lifetime.
Yeah, seriously.
That is a lifetime.
Okay, Nikki did want to do this.
This is a special segment.
This is
I've seen-
new to this one.
I mean, it's new to us, but I've seen this out there before. But I wanted to,
Put you to test?
do slang.
Oh.
I want to see if you know. He's gonna give a couple slang words of your generation, and you have to be able to explain what they are.
Okay.
I
Okay.
thought I was doing it.
I told.
Well, this
yeah,
is-
you said you didn't want to.
Nah, I'm
This
kidding. I
is
was kidding.
2025 slang.
Oh.
So some of it is from like when I was your age,
hmm
but it's still being used. Okay, the first one is 6'7".
I I actually don't know what that means. It's just something I seen on TikTok and now everyone's saying it.
Do you know where it's from?
No.
So here it says it's lyrics in a song, which
Yeah,
the
most
kids
likely.
the kids at work always say 6-7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what are they what are they saying when they say that? Like,
Nothing.
It's just 6-7. They're
Yeah.
just like 6-7.
oh, so they just walk past you and be
Yeah.
like 6-7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean they like the song?
But they like say it
Or
in
they-
like a song
they
version.
like the
song?
It's like
It's like I guess the way that the TikTok broke down was it was just funny. Because it's like when we do tables at work, it's like, okay, we have 8 tables. And then some of the girls will be like, oh, what tables do I have? 6-7? And it's like,
so
it's stupid.
it's stupid. It's not
genuinely
really.
stupid.
It's not really a slang
Yes.
word. It's just they're just
No.
referencing something.
Okay, so these are kind of, I need the definitions too. Ate that.
like ate that is like, oh yeah, you ate that. So it'd be like
Got to speak up a little bit.
I'm trying to think. It'd be like if you did something good or something like that, like if you did something or if you like you were something that's like really cute,
Mhm.
they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you ate that." Like you it looks
I did
good.
know this one.
That makes sense.
Is that what
So,
it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like,
Yeah, you ate that, man.
when-
You're eating
when-
that
Yeah,
shit.
I'm
eating
okay,
that
no,
right
no,
now,
no.
dog. You know what I'm saying?
But we do it at the house because my we'll watch like the reality shows or whatever, and or like she'll cook or whatever, and she'll be like, "I ate that up, down, left, and right." Like funny. I don't understand this one. Aura points.
Aura points?
Yeah, aura points.
It's like, okay. So if you were to like mess up or like trip or something and someone's seen you do that, you could
Mhm.
be like, oh, you lost aura. It's just like, I
Your
don't know how to
coolness.
explain it.
So
yeah.
so you can
sort of make sense.
you
like,
can lose and
like,
gain.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, if you did
were to
something
like go
cool-
up to someone and be like, do like riz them up. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
yeah.
so that is.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I know what Riz is.
Yeah.
You don't know what riz is.
Pops
it is.
Pops doesn't know
I
what Riz
do.
is. I
Yeah,
mean,
you-
I don't
you-
got
you-
I don't got Riz.
you say
but-
something to the person.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kind of harass
basically.
them about whatever they did. Like,
No,
No,
when
no,
you-
no.
Riz
Riz
is like
charisma.
Is like having game.
oh,
Like being like,
oh,
hey,
oh.
hey.
It's literally short for charisma.
Riz in mine was, you riz that person
Yeah,
for
you got
something they did.
You got
No,
the
no, no.
Rizzler.
Oh,
No, no,
God,
that's
just
not-
stop.
So it's slang for charisma. So like a guy
yeah,
that
yeah.
can like wow girls, basically.
Like me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Back in
Um,
the day when you were slaying.
This kind of goes with Riz. There's 2 variations of this. Now I know what this one is, but I didn't until a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
You have huzz and then chuzz.
Oh, I know what this is.
Okay, what is
Okay,
it?
so huzz is like the hose. Like
Yeah.
it's like, you know what the hose
Uh-huh.
are.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the chuzz are the chopped huzz. They're like the ugly hose.
yeah.
So
I thought that one was so funny.
That's
I was
crazy.
literally talking about this with my friend last night. It was funny. It's funny.
Do you remember Devin that worked? The
Mhm.
little guy?
Yes,
you would have used him.
yes.
So he came to an event not too long ago. And he comes up to me and he's like, "How you doing? Blah blah blah." They don't work there anymore. And he's like, "Oh, you got any huzz yet?" I'm like, "The fuck do you mean? What do you mean I got huzz?"
That's ugly hose?
No,
No,
huzz
no,
is
chuzz
just like
hose.
just
It's
hose.
ugly
Oh,
hose.
Chuzz
Chuzz
is
is ugly
Oh,
hose.
okay.
chopped. Yeah.
Alright.
But I thought that was so funny because it was like I'm just sitting there like, what?
I did not know that one.
Yeah, that one's a good one actually. I do like that one.
Yeah, you gotta send me this list so I can study it.
Yeah, right. You gotta get with the slang, you know. You gotta get,
That's interesting.
Only a couple that I didn't know. Delulu.
Delulu. It's like delusional.
It
Like you're
literally, that was-
I think I knew that one. That was on a TikTok.
That sort of makes sense. The Lulu, you're Lulu. You're loony.
Just because I'm passing it. Fine shite.
like someone you think is like really cute. Be like, oh, that's my fine shite.
The girls say that at work. All
All
the
right, what
time.
about Jeet Yet?
What?
Jeet Yet.
What is that? I don't
You
know what
didn't
that is.
This one was
Ah.
stupid. He said it. I was like, no, you're talking about
It's
jit.
Philadelphia slang GEET or GEET yet, and it means did you eat yet?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, what about this one? This one the black girls at work taught me. What type time you on?
That's not
You
not
never heard
slang.
anything?
Sounds like.
What type time you on?
Oh my god.
That's wasn't whispered. First off,
I didn't hear it.
I understand, but that's just kind of like a dialect, like how it's spoken.
Yeah.
Same thing like "jeet yet" because it sounds like "did you eat yet?"
Yeah, but what type time you on? What's it mean?
What type time? I
Type
say that
time,
all
yeah.
the time. I do that all the time.
I would think that was what time it is.
No, it's like what it like.
What
the
are,
way-
you, like,
the way
what are you
somebody's-
about? Like,
yeah, the
what are
way
you-
somebody's
what are you
about
doing?
that, like you're acting a certain way, you'd be like, "Oh, what type time she on?" or something, you know.
Like if you started acting funny, I'd be like, "What type time you on?"
That's all the time.
But it's like fighting.
Let it go.
Like what
Oh,
type
really?
time you on?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
I don't think there's any. Like,
Do you
Can't
have
be
any?
it.
Do
There's
you
a
have
million
any?
of them.
Yeah. Do you know any slang words that we haven't gone over?
Yeah, she knows the word bro.
A lot.
No
Yeah.
matter what it is. So
Bro.
it has to mean something.
It's just
Bruh.
like your bro.
Bruh.
Like what?
No, you're saying we're gonna go eat dinner, bro.
I don't
Yeah.
say
What
that.
the what? I
Yeah,
know,
it's
but
just-
I'm just using it as
it's
you know,
just like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like let's go, bro.
Yeah. Like,
You
are
don't
you
have
doing,
to.
bro?
You don't have to be a bro to be a bro.
One time I picked her and her girlfriend up. Her and I went to go pick her girlfriend up. Yo, they're in the back seat going, "Oh, this was so cool, bro. This was so cool, bro. That was this, that, bro. bro, did you see, bro?"
Wait, which friend was it?
I think we picked her up at the right past the Wawa in those.
Kendall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep,
Yo.
And I'm sitting, I'm driving, and I'm going, and
Yeah.
what the fuck is bro?
like, how long is this car ride?
Literally, I swear to God, 100 bros,
Yeah.
and it was 5 minutes down the road.
It's great. I catch myself doing it a lot too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like well, mine's a little different than how they're saying it, but like somebody would come into work and I'd be like, "All right, take it easy, bro." But
Yeah,
I say it all the time.
Yeah, but that's not. It's just that's not.
Yeah,
I know
that's
that's what I was saying.
different.
It's not the same as yours. I was just saying that I catch myself using the word bro a lot.
That was like me with 100%. I'd always say 100%. They'd be like, "Oh, do you want to go get food?" 100%.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Dude, you gotta stop."
You know who also did that?
Who?
You remember my friend Jarrett?
Yeah.
And he also does something else that you do. You know when you're driving in a car and you pass a yellow light,
Tap the roof.
you tap the roof,
Yeah.
and if you pass a red light,
No.
you tap it twice.
No, I
didn't
didn't
know
know
that?
that one. No,
Yeah,
actually,
All the
her
time.
mom's the reason I tapped the roof on a
Yeah.
yellow.
all the
The
time.
hell's that?
It's nothing.
It's something people
stupid.
do. Yeah,
Really?
it's just I don't
You
understand it.
tap the yellow, and it's like I've heard a couple things. It's like good luck,
Really?
or it's like
Good luck. You're gonna make it through the yellow.
no.
Oh.
It's
I
like
I
good
guess
luck
just like a
for
good luck
later.
thing.
Oh, it's like it's like when I go through, when I go past graves
Mhm.
from that distance. I hold my breath
Yeah.
from one end to the other till we get past the graveyard.
What a loser!
Did you never do that?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I do that.
Yeah,
I
you
do
have
that.
to.
Yeah,
Good,
I grew up
well,
doing
at
that.
your age, you better be careful. Or we might have to pay you, you know?
It's
You
true.
might not make it.
It's
Yeah.
true. I may not make it
Yeah.
to the end of the grave.
Mhm.
I knew that. It's the same as like when you go under a bridge. You try to hold your breath the whole way,
That one, yeah,
or
I
not a
understand.
bridge, tunnel.
Yeah.
You never done that
No, I never have.
when
but
you go
I
through the
get it.
tunnel.
Yeah.
you
You ever do
see
that
how long
bitch at the Lehigh Valley tunnel?
Yeah, bro. And I made it. I made it. That's like the longest tunnel in
Yeah.
like probably in Pennsylvania. I don't know for sure. I'm not a tunnel.
You probably only
enthusiast,
went
but-
through there one time in your lifetime.
Yeah, every time you
Oh,
go up
yeah.
like towards the mountains.
And how
you
many
go
times
through
has that?
it. Probably like 10 times.
I think he's wrong.
I'm pretty sure we didn't we. Oh no, we didn't go.
We
through
might
it.
have. You might have.
Yeah, we
that
went
one
through
time.
it when we went to the bachelor party.
Wasn't there.
I know you weren't.
Couldn't relate.
Yes, we did. You're right. We
Yeah.
did. Yeah. Mhm. All right, let's keep this on Lailah.
So-
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Yo, leave your comments. We need them. You know what I mean? And we really need some more viewers because we have a good giveaway. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we still have a good giveaway going on.
Yeah.
And once we hit 250 subscribers, we're going to release it.
Yeah, we're gonna send it out. Pick a lucky winner. But in the comments, we want to know what your favorite slang word is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
is a good one.
Gen-Z
From any,
slang.
well, no.
Not just
Any
Gen Z.
slang
I
word
guess-
that,
I guess it's
that
right.
you guys use.
I wanna
got
hear-
a few. I got a few.
I want to hear
for
boomer.
my time.
Yeah, I want to hear boomer slang.
Yeah.
What are yours?
I can't announce it on here.
Oh,
No, no, I'm kidding. I don't. I would have to think about it.
yeah.
I have no idea.
But
anyway, what's some of
Well, I want
Lailah's
to.
favorite
What?
slangs?
We already asked her.
No, her favorite ones.
That's what I asked her, and Damon
Oh.
said that it's. What did we?
Oh.
Why did we stop going on that? Didn't I ask
they
you?
were all
He
stupid
kind of
after
ran
that
out.
point.
He kind of ran out of stuff.
No, I know, but then I said, is there any slang words that Damon didn't go through that you use?
Yeah, but you
Oh.
didn't ask me what my favorite ones were. You said which ones that he didn't say.
Well, what are your favorite ones?
Probably no.
Bro, that's why.
100%.
All right, hold on.
No.
That's why we
Yes.
got away from
Yes.
it because
Yes.
Dad said, "Bro."
Yeah.
God, I'm kidding.
My favorite slang words are probably like the huzz, fine, shite, just stuff like that. Like I don't really use a lot of like slang.
Come on,
I don't.
you're lying.
Even in text messages, I really don't.
I mean, you have to use like
Like
LOL,
WYD, LMAO, like stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but like not like
but that's slang.
yeah.
Hold on. DMYE.
No, WYD.
Ah,
What,
What
are
are
you
you
doing?
doing?
yeah, I know what that was. I thought she said like DYME. I was like, what the hell is that?
No.
It's like dime.
No.
One more question too is, can we go through your phone?
No.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, I don't even know if I would
Yeah,
want
I
to.
was-
Yeah, right
No.
now, I was kidding.
Um,
No, I was only saying that so we can get some of her, see what she says really. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, like,
I don't
the
mean
real
any
life.
personal stuff. I'm
I agree.
talking about
It'd probably be like stupid shit like LOL.
No, I don't really
No.
use LOL.
nobody uses that
I
anymore.
use LOL
I have some
all
weird
the time.
emojis. I have some really weird emojis that I made. Like they're stickers. You can make stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some really weird ones.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
strange.
almost everyone does. So
Tragic.
Did you bring your phone anyway?
yeah.
Oh, can we see it?
No.
Why is Dad?
I'm joking. I wouldn't want to see it anyway. but-
I think the funniest thing ever in life that happened was yesterday. We went out across the street, played some softball with Lailah.
yes.
Go ahead, Dad.
Oh my God, he's gonna cry the whole time.
No. So
Yeah, watch.
we go over and we're having a catch, and Nikki can't hit target, so he throws it way over my head.
No.
No, that-
I
don't
hit
even-
target all the time.
No.
I purposely was throwing it over his head.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't.
So I go back, and it was far. So me being an outfield player is like, I'm gonna get it back to him. So I throw it. He's saying it wasn't off the throw, but it had to have been because my fat ass ain't running. But I was jogging back, I guess, and I stepped in a hole or like a high patch of grass or something, and my ankle just went, geek, and I felt a pop in my ankle. And
That'd been
I'm
funny as
sitting
shit.
there
It was
like,
hilarious.
like Peter Griffin out front of the house, like I just scraped my fucking knee. Lailah, this wonderful young lady, starts walking over to me, and I'm like, I felt something pop. She says it, relays that message to Nikki, and Nikki goes, fuck him. Just keep throwing the ball.
Yeah,
So
he's
I'm
fine.
sitting there dying. Could have snapped my ankle clean in half, and Nikki's having a catch. No care in the world.
Yeah.
Big
Funny.
boy, you're a big boy. Get up, shake it off.
The funny part of
wasn't no shaking that
so
off.
that was hilarious. Just watching Damon pretty much eat shit
That'd have been funny.
was
as hell.
hilarious.
I'd lift my
But
ass
what
off.
was even funnier is because we came back in because Damon cried. You know,
Yes.
he hurt his ankle. I can't
Yeah,
play
good
anymore.
point.
All right, ran back inside
Wait a minute. He sat on the couch with his foot up the whole
time.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Until dinner.
Right, and then after dinner, we all decided to go back out and play again.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're playing, we decided that we're going to hit balls out because we had Joey, Damon, and Lailah were out there. So we were smacking balls out there. Lailah,
Immediately.
Layla fell in the same hole.
Same
Immediately.
thing.
So I
Yeah.
Twisted her ankle.
like I was wearing Crocs and I don't know. I just like slipped while I was trying to catch it.
Oh shit.
Was either catching
No,
or throwing.
I
it.
watched her fucking ankle. Her
so-
ankle gave out just like mine did.
So she
All
pulled
I
a
hear-
Daymon?
Yeah.
All I hear is Daymon say, "Oh, there goes the ankles."
How's it feel, motherfucker?
Yeah, but
How was it?
the
Did it-
difference
She was fine. She got up.
I got up.
the difference
'cause
is,
you're not
I
a
had
bitch.
like grass stains
Exactly.
in
Yeah, you're
my
not a bitch like him.
skin.
she gets up, walks it off, and starts playing some more. And she was running, she was going to catch the ball. Daymon wouldn't move from his spot. The only time he caught a ball is when it got hit directly to him.
Yeah.
And then
No, hold on. I ran a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
and wait,
Sure.
wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
When he hurt his ankle, did you just have to drag him back to the house?
Almost.
No.
I mean, he
Almost.
was laying there.
They were ignoring me.
He was laying there for quite some time.
I did.
Not-
I had to take a deep breath.
Not only that, there was this woman that came down the street, and she was pretty attractive. Watched him do it.
Well, the worst part is she didn't even ask me if I was okay.
Nope.
Oh, really?
She just
Clearly saw the disregard for my
Well,
well-being.
because she was sitting there and being like, "Wow, I'm not
What a
gonna try to talk to
bitch.
this bitch."
Well, she was probably laughing her ass off because
I would have been.
You owe me a Coke.
Yeah, no, you owe me one.
Nikki also ate it too.
That
Don't let
was-
him fool you.
That
I
was
didn't
one
eat-
of the
Oh, yeah, I
slangs.
did.
That was one of the slangs when I was a kid.
What? Give me a Coke.
That's
No,
been a
when
slang.
you say
That's
the
not
same.
a slang.
Well,
Jinx, that's slang.
sort of.
No, it's
People
not.
still
Yeah,
do
no.
that. Everyone's
No, I know.
No, Jinx is
Not
you owe me
really.
a Coke was what they invented that basically.
Yeah.
But
Whatever.
it's not a slang word. Shit,
Yeah.
what was I gonna say?
Yeah, you're
Oh
right.
yeah, I
It's
did
not.
eat shit too. But my eating shit was a cool eating shit.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you probably tripped, rolled over, and got right back up and threw the ball.
No, he tried to slide on his knees and make a play.
No,
Yeah,
Joey
you did
didn't.
that.
So Joey hit
His
a
fat
ball.
ass dug into the ground.
Joey hit a ball, and I went running for it. Daymon was standing still, but I was like, "I'll show you how to." Listen, there's something you got to know about me. When I go out and play, I'm a fat ass, and I can't play for long.
You're very
But
competitive.
I'm very competitive, and I'm dedicated to the game.
Literally, you guys were out there for a long
I
time.
know, but I'm dedicated. So that ball got hit, and I was like, "I'm catching this motherfucker." I ran, and then there was a point where I couldn't catch up with myself. So I knew I was gonna fall. So I just went down to my knee and slid to try to catch it.
Didn't slide.
But it wasn't a slide. It was more like a just smack the ground as hard as you
He
can
dug
and
into
just be
that.
like,
And stopped. And
So obviously, you didn't catch it.
he
Almost.
did not catch it.
it was like almost snow coned.
It bounced out the glove.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know.
And then at the end, he sat in the back while me and Daymon were catching and Joey was hitting.
Oh, so he was a bitch like.
Yeah, he
Daymon
sat
laid on
down.
the ground.
He sat down on the ground behind us. We
Yeah,
were far
no, I laid down on the ground.
Laid down. And Joey,
I was hurt.
he almost
I
made
almost
a
caught
play.
one on the ground, laying down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Joey hit one. It was coming right towards me, and I was just like,
It was maybe like a foot over his glove.
Yeah.
It was actually hilarious.
Had to been.
but we're all men. I felt it today. I'm not going to lie. I woke up this morning in so much pain.
Last night, I 100% sprained my ankle and should not have gone out again. We were sitting at the house because the new season of Last of Us is out. So we're rewatching the first season. And I'm just sitting there with my leg up and I'm just like, dude, it hurt so bad. I'm just sitting there like, I shouldn't have went back out and played again.
Daymon,
But I can't be a bitch.
what is The Last of Us on? I really want to watch it.
Max, I believe.
I was just about to ask you, is there any shows that you're into?
That is a
that
good
you're
question.
like super into right now?
Yeah, she likes a lot of them.
My top 10, my favorite is The Walking Dead.
Really?
Mainly because of Daryl Dixon. He's so fine. He's so fine. I don't care. I don't care what
I don't
anyone
think
has
so.
to say.
I think he's ugly.
Mm-mm.
I never watched that
I don't
show.
care what
You
anyone
know
has to
Daryl.
say about him. He is so.
He's all over the internet.
You know he's a
exactly.
zombie, right?
No, he's not.
He's going to be.
I don't care.
Spoiler alert. he's
Spoiler
going to be a
alert.
zombie.
He's so
all zombie
I-
apocalypse
I
and
have
in
no
death.
idea. I have no idea. I'm joking about that.
I watched The Walking Dead when it first came out. The first couple seasons were really, really good, and then it got to the point for me.
It's out of control.
It was more like it's just the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing
Over
over
and
and
yeah,
over
like
again. And it's like,
after I watched the whole show, I wouldn't rewatch every episode. Like I would just put it on the TV just for something to
I'm not a
watch,
rewatcher.
but-
I can't.
really?
I mean,
Oh my
some.
gosh.
Okay, some. Like The
Brooklyn-
Last of Us, yes, I can rewatch. That was a great. Never played the game, so I don't know how it goes.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'd probably watch like 10
Well,
times.
you've also rewatched New Girl.
100 times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I love that show.
And like he's
New Girl's
not
great.
Love that
exaggerating.
show.
He can
I can
watch
quote it.
the
Yeah,
episode
me
and
too.
quote it word for word.
What's the other one? It's New Girl, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, it's Psych. Love Psych.
Psych is a really good show. I couldn't rewatch that though.
Hmm.
I'm not big into
I
like
can rewatch
old
it.
style filming. Like, you know, where you watch it on
Yeah.
TV now and it's a little grainy or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, it's the first couple seasons of it, and then it gets better.
Yeah.
The only show that I can continue to rewatch is Seinfeld.
Yeah. I mean, that show doesn't.
I like
get old.
watching. I like watching Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It's not something I would put on myself, but if
Yeah,
it's on,
if it's
I enjoy
on, you'll
watching
watch
it.
Did
Yeah.
you get into Friends? Because I know like your age group is like big on Friends.
I don't like that show. I think it's so
Are you
boring.
joking?
Like I think
I mean,
it's
it's a good
so
show.
boring.
Yeah. No, I can see what she's saying though, because
I
it
think it's
does.
okay.
There are some times where it gets a little boring.
I'm just not into that type of stuff. I like scary stuff. I'm more into that. That's
Yeah.
why I watch The Walking Dead. It's
Yeah,
more gory.
I'm more of a detective show guy. Like I love shows like that.
I'm comedic.
There's this one Italian show.
The
and it's- I think
Sopranos.
yes, I like that show.
That okay,
That's a
that was
good
good,
show.
but I just couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
Like I forget
never-
what episode I got
I
to.
never watched The Sopranos, and
You would
everybody
like it.
tells me I
Really?
should. Yeah, I see bits and pieces,
You
but
would like
I don't.
it.
I don't.
I think
so.
you.
That's where
would.
Gabagool came from.
There's no reason in the world, or would ever probably happen, that the Godfather would go see a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
Yeah, but I think that's
There's no
part of the
way.
storyline.
Yeah, but I'm guessing was new school mafia, not old school
Not
mafia.
old school.
And
no,
I'm in
I
the
mean,
old school.
what
No,
the,
I mean that sure is old.
yeah, it's like
No, no,
19.
I know,
It's
but
probably
I'm-
my year.
I know, but
Literally, it's not that old.
no, I know. What
I
I'm
mean, I
saying
know it's old per se.
I'm pretty sure
but
the Godfather movie was made around the same time frame. When was Godfather made?
way longer before then.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Sally's on it.
Yeah, Sally, get on it.
But anyway, what was your next? You said The Walking Dead. What's your one of your other favorites?
The Walking Dead, New Girl,
Oh,
and
New Girl.
The Sopranos.
Oh, and The Sopranos. Okay.
That's like my top 3.
Okay.
Um,
I'm
a-
shocked.
a
at
show-
Sopranos.
the show. Well, I started watching it with Matt.
Oh,
and then
well.
it was just a thing. I really did like The Good Place. So that's a really good show.
I love The Good
like
The
that
Good
show.
Place was good.
That
Yeah.
show had such a plot twist.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
insane.
The-
and
The funny part too about it is with the plot twist is you really didn't see that coming.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
you
There's no
didn't.
way, like the whole time you're watching, like sometimes you can guess, you could be like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I
you know
see
what's
what's
going
going
to
on.
come, man.
Yo, when they pulled that out, I don't want to. Well, actually, I love spoiler alerts.
Yeah,
When they-
well,
have
don't,
you watched
Don't
it?
ruin it.
Have you watched it?
I watched a lot of it. I think
Did you see the plot twist part?
maybe.
Like it was a massive plot twist.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, I don't think
there's
you have
no-
to explain what happened though, Nick. He really does. He like
I love explaining it.
he's the worst. Godfather was 1972 and The Sopranos were 1999.
So they're not that far apart from each other. That's 7 years.
72 to 1999.
No,
It's-
92 to or
No.
1972 to
70
1999.
72.
to 79.
Are you dumb?
I didn't.
You are dumb.
1972 is The Godfather.
Yeah.
To
1999 is
Ah,
The
wow.
Sopranos.
Oh, so I'm like, what
Well,
the-
he's talking the whole time you're saying the numbers. And I am a little dyslexic, so fuck you all.
But your ears here backwards?
Yes.
Oh,
stupid.
yeah, jeez. I thought Layla was dumb.
Wow.
Shit. Put your spit on me. That was like spitting on me.
No, there's a really good show that I think you'll like because it's more comedy. You might like it.
I mean, she watches New Girl, and that's comedy.
but I have to find it. So
Well, New Girl's like she's just dumb. I like the fact that she acts the way she acts. It's like I don't even know. It's just like stupid and
I don't
she's
know.
funny. That's
That-
why it makes it funny.
When I watch that show, the first like half of the series, I like Jess, and
Yeah.
then the other half I don't like her.
Yeah.
upload.
What is that?
What's it about?
So before you die, or like if you're dying or you're on your deathbed or blah blah blah, or like say you got into an
Oh, yeah.
accident and you're gonna die,
I know what it is.
they upload you to like this.
Well, thanks for the spoiler alert.
It's like it's in the first
I'm
episode.
just kidding.
Shit, I
It's
guess I'm
like,
not watching that shit. I never seen it.
It's
Yeah.
like it's kind of like a heaven. They call it
Yeah.
Lakeview, and it's like this resort basically.
Yeah, I've seen that on TikTok.
And then he could
Yeah.
still communicate with his
Yes, with
his
like your loved ones
Yeah.
and stuff like that are still alive.
I was thinking
But
about
it's
it.
so
I was
it's
thinking about
it's so
watching it.
good. Like it's such a good show. And there is like it's not just like all comedy, like there's a good storyline to it too.
Yeah. There's a really good horror movie that I actually really liked it. At the end, there's like there's a plot twist. There's
What's it
always a
called?
plot twist. It's called The Watchers.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
in.
I think that's older.
Is that the one where they
I've seen
can't
it
like
previews.
leave, they can't leave the house?
No. They're in. I think it's called The Watchers. I'll have to look it up. But they're in the woods. It's this girl. She drives into the woods and she cannot get out. And she finds these people, and they keep her in this like.
That's The Watchers.
Yeah,
It's a 2024 film, so
Yeah.
it's not
It's new.
old
That's
at all.
fairly new, yeah.
It's actually a really good movie.
It
I'm
did
not
look-
really into movies because I can't sit through them. So I thought that was a really
Mm-hmm.
good movie.
My favorite thing, or me and Joey used to do it. We used to look up extremely low rated horror
Yes.
movies, and not gonna lie, half of them are really good.
Yeah,
really good, yeah.
there's a
Really, really
what is
good.
it like Babadook
Yeah,
is
I
like,
don't like that movie.
low rated and
Yeah.
it's all right. Any A24 film,
Yeah,
even if it's highly rated, they're like mid, but their stories are always like it's like the whole movie. This is a Red Bull can, and then at the end you figure out that it's not a Red Bull can, and it's like the stupidest plot twist. Like watching them is like comical.
yeah.
Like you've probably seen the unicorn one, Murder of a Unicorn or
I
whatever.
haven't seen
No,
that.
I didn't see that.
You haven't seen advertisements for that?
I've seen advertisements.
It's with,
but
like,
it sounds so stupid.
Isn't there like a actually decent cast to it?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like supposed to be it's supposed to be a good movie.
It is okay, never mind. The Unicorn is a sitcom show apparently.
No, there's a lot of them. They're like asylum based horror films. I'm not even joking. They're very good, low rated like movies.
Did I ever tell
And
you?
if you're into horror, I would suggest you do it. Like just go on Netflix
Yeah.
or whatever streaming service
That-
you have and look up the lowest horror. Like, just look up
Yeah.
horror and
Yeah.
find the lowest rated one
See,
and just watch
that's
it.
what I did with. That's what me and my friend Anna did with The Watchers. We just seen it on Hulu, so
Mhm.
we were like, "Oh, okay." And
Death
then
of a
it, like-
Unicorn. Jenna Ortega, Will Poulter, Paul Rudd, T.
Paul Rudd.
Leone, Anthony Kerrigan. I don't know who that one is. Jessica Hines, which I think is what's her face? Mary
Jessica-
Jane. I think that's who it is.
Mary Jane.
Yeah, from Spider-Man. I think.
First, second, third.
First. I think. I'm wrong. Whatever. But yeah, like they actually have like big names in that movie.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I remember seeing. I remember Jenna Ortega, but I couldn't remember who the guy was.
There's a really good movie that has Jenna Ortega in it. I thought it was really good.
The Addams Family.
No. I did love that show though.
That was a TV series. She wasn't
Yes.
in the movie.
I thought she did the movie.
She did it. It was a TV series.
Miller's
Oh.
Girl. That's a really good one.
Oh, I've
Really
never
good one.
seen it.
You should look it up. It's kind of like a weird romance thing, but I thought the storyline and the plot was really good. Sweet.
Cool.
Well, my two favorites were The Good Place. That's something I could watch, and Why Women Kill.
I knew that was coming.
I know.
I
He
knew
loves,
it was coming.
He
My favorite.
loves that.
I just love the plot and how they did it and how she went about it.
Yeah, that show that because I'd come over for dinner on Wednesdays. And this was when Dad found it. I forget why you were scrolling through something. You
No,
saw like
I would see it on reels on my phone.
Yes.
So when I seen it, I'm like, man, I gotta watch this thing. But I didn't realize I hate watching these. You have to watch it every week. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are they called?
It's a weekly release.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
Yeah,
I'd
so do I. I
rather
hate
watch
that.
the whole thing and
Yeah,
be done.
you like the binge watch.
Yeah. Now I don't like the binge watch. I want it to be like a movie, not a. What are they?
So like shorter episodes.
No.
No. He wants to watch the whole season in one sitting.
That's binge watching.
That's
No.
called binge watching.
Yeah, whatever.
You said you wanted to be a movie, so you either want hour and a half long episodes,
yeah,
or
and be done. No, an hour and a half and the movie be done.
so you'd rather it be a movie.
Yes.
Well, every TV series
I know they're all.
is set up
Yeah.
to try to make a second one.
Yep.
No,
I don't mind there being a second one, but I want to watch it without having to go
yeah.
like
Yeah,
each.
wait a week. That's
Yeah.
called binge watching.
I know what it's called, but I don't like that.
I know. No.
That's called something else.
When you're watching, when you have to wait every week to watch the new episode, I hate that too. That's not called binge watching. Binge
Right.
watching is when
Right.
you want to watch the
Fine.
whole season in one,
like a movie.
like a movie.
Yes.
You just want to watch one episode after the next to the next to the next.
Yeah, I guess.
That's called
I did
binge
that.
watching.
I did that with Reacher. The new season came out, and I waited. I just
That's
waited.
that's what I
waited.
like. A lot of these new TV shows that are coming out, they're just doing seasons. They'll drop a whole season instead of make you wait.
Yes.
But then you have to wait for the next season.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
right.
also kind of sucks.
But I mean, it doesn't make sense regardless, because if there's 8 episodes in a season, that's 8 weeks. But in reality, you got to wait. How many weeks are in a year? 52.
Yeah.
You got to wait 52 to get the next one, possibly more.
Yeah.
So
See, with one show, the Sweet Tooth. Do you guys remember that show?
No.
I think Pop watched it with Donna.
Sweet Tooth
Yeah.
It reminds me of like How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay. Well, it's a pretty good show for
What's the name of the dragon?
What is it, like a cooking show?
No, it's about
Cupcakes.
it's about this world where babies and like kids are turning into like half animals, half human. So it's like
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched it, but I know what you're talking
so I couldn't I like haven't watched the last season.
about. Mhm.
I couldn't get back into it. And I'm really upset because that show is actually really good.
Yeah.
You'd probably like, and Nikki might like it too, but I think you already watched it. Yellow Jackets.
I haven't watched that.
That is a really good show. You might even like it.
I can't.
What is it about?
They so it's like a soccer team or a cheerleading team, and they're going to like nationals or whatever, and their plane crashes, and they survive in the forest
I
for
might like that.
for years, and they like created their own cult or something,
Oh.
and then it follows them when they're adults and stuff starts happening.
Mhm.
So like it happens in the first episode, so I can say it. Like someone gets murdered, and they're like trying to figure out like, because they all got this warning, everyone that survived, but the show like flashes back to when they were stuck in the forest
Mhm.
and talks about like how they survived and stuff. And it was a very, very, very intriguing show. I just don't watch it because I'd have to go out in the living room of our house and watch it.
I kind of like and hate those types of shows because I enjoy like knowing the backstory, but I hate the flashbacking.
Yeah.
No, they did it.
It's rough.
They did it so perfect to where it's like, if I didn't have work the next day, I would have stayed up literally all night binge watching the show.
Yeah.
That's how good it was.
Have you ever watched Arrow?
Yes.
You know how they do it?
Yes.
That drives me nuts.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Kind of. But it's
Yeah.
all like contextual, and like they might do it like it might be like they start the episode in present day, and then like they finish the whole episode with the flashback for the context of why this character acts that way. It might slow down. Like I said, I think I only got to
Yeah.
like episode 4. But it's just so interesting that I'm just like, dude, like I live with 6 other people, so watching a show is impossible
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
because people are loud.
Yeah.
But if I had it in my room, I would have binge watched all of it immediately. It's that fucking good.
I think that's enough about TV shows. What
Yeah.
else do we got?
Well, what are we looking at in time?
40 actually.
Wow. Good.
And what do you mean? What the fuck are we going to talk about with
I
a
don't know,
16-year-old?
Well, we can ask her. We know she likes softball.
yeah.
What are your
um,
dreams and
No,
aspirations?
not
No.
dreams and aspirations.
What are your other
What
hobbies?
are you thinking about doing with the softball?
I don't really know.
You're gonna play?
I
Are you gonna
want
go out for
to.
the team?
Yeah, next year I'm gonna go out for the team, and if I don't make
And
it,
you'll be in 11th grade next year.
yeah, if I
Yeah.
don't make it on Nishiamine's team. I'm gonna
go.
to like a travel team or something. I'm gonna try and
Travel, you won't.
Well, you could do softball and
You won't.
there's not a lot of like leagues for
Yes, there
like
is.
16-year-olds,
Yes, there is.
17-year-olds. I
Yes,
don't
I'm
think
not
so.
sure about
Yeah,
that,
you
but
should
I
Not
know
around here.
Endell
Yes, there
does
is.
one.
Where?
Anywhere.
Endell.
Pendle, Middletown, Ben Salem,
They all
every
doing them. They're
everyone
all begging.
does
Mom
it.
was just telling me that there wasn't.
Because your
It's
mom
'cause
don't
she doesn't
wanna
want
pay
to.
for
She
it.
doesn't want to do it.
No, actually, they're saying it's for free. You don't even have to pay anymore.
I'm pretty
you
sure.
might have to put the money up at front, and then they give it back to you
Yeah.
like later.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
But they're
sure there's
begging for
leagues.
people
No,
to come
it's
out.
same. It's same as when we were kids.
Nope,
You pay $400.
nope,
And you're on the team.
nope.
Yeah.
No, they're begging. They were begging, saying softball tryouts. Everybody makes it. You don't need any money. But they weren't telling the truth about not needing any money. You have to put some money up, but it's only a little bit, and then they give you the money back.
School and travel will not work if like
You weren't in it.
we
from the
don't
beginning.
train with you.
Well, not just that. If you
No,
weren't
yeah.
in the high school, I mean, you could.
And I'm not trying to be
You can
mean.
always you could always try out, and there's a
And-
great
and, yeah.
there's a good chance
Yeah.
you could make it,
Yeah.
but it's very hard.
to get on a high school
If-
team.
Well, not only
Oh, yeah,
that,
that's
if
hard,
you had
too.
if you didn't start in middle school and go all the way
I-
through
Yeah.
up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean,
Well,
I,
I mean,
I
you
played
played-
8th
She
grade.
did play.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm saying though.
the
Sure,
thing
last
is-
year.
You didn't
the
do
thing
9th.
is,
You're in 10th. You
Yeah,
didn't do 10th.
yeah.
Going into 11th.
It's
So-
hard. You're right. It is
The-
very hard.
the plan for this summer, the whole reason why I've been asking people to go out with me and play is so I can train. I've been working out, doing everything I can just so I can build that upper and lower body strength for like hitting or throwing, like, and practicing on my aim. All of that is just so I can get on a team next
No,
year.
yeah, I get that one, but there's so many other things. Like a well-rounded player is the player that gets drafted to the MLB or whatever the equivalent for softball is. When you're in the leagues that you're in now, like you're gonna lack in some things, but I think all around, no offense, I don't think for a school or a travel team they'd be like, yeah, we're gonna pick you.
Yeah,
Like
travel's
and that is
extremely.
partially our fault. We should 100% take you out to fields. Training out in that field is not the same as getting on
Yeah,
the
you
dirt
wanna
and
be
getting
on
on
the
the
dirt,
grass
yeah.
and like stuff like that. And unfortunately, we can't do that anymore over at the college because they have all of their fields locked up.
Yeah.
So now it's a
there's
little.
so many other baseball fields and softball.
No,
fields
yeah, I
around
know,
here.
but that's the easiest because then we don't have to pack everything up, drive anywhere.
I mean, it's
blah,
hard
blah,
for
blah.
me because I'm an hour away, but
Yeah.
it's not that hard for you.
I'm 20 minutes away, all right?
90% he's not doing nothing. I would help her out, but I'm just too old.
And a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, but
I can't
the
do it.
fundamentals are the most important part. Like, I mean, like
Listen,
honestly,
she gets it done, but she
honestly,
throws funky.
Honestly, I think it's changed a lot, especially with the school, because a lot of people that have been trying out who haven't been playing, they somewhat make it on the team. There's also a JV team. It's not just a varsity
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
And for 8th grade, I was on the varsity team. So
I'm not saying that
I think I have somewhat of a potential.
I'm not saying that there's not a chance for you to get on it. I think if you practice throughout the summer,
Mm-hmm.
you work really hard at it. You can, and then even during the like winter years, you're hitting the gym, making
Yeah.
sure you're staying
Batting
fit.
cages.
So
batting
that's what they
cages.
do. The school actually does workouts. They
Yeah.
have workouts for you. You do
Yeah.
it during.
Yeah.
I think you might be able to do it during the summer. I'm not sure, but you can go to the school. I went to during
Yeah.
9th grade. I went to one of them, but I just wasn't.
Yeah, I
in.
mean that's the thing. Like it's really a commitment thing. Like we played baseball basically our whole lives,
Yeah.
and we shared the same field as Neshaminy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's still a teacher there, Mr. Tenaglia.
I don't know who that is.
Well, he was a
Call
gym
him Little
teacher when I
T?
was there.
Little T.
But he was the baseball coach for whatever team, and he was there during a practice,
Mhm.
and he came to me after, and he's like, "Hey, I want you to try out, blah blah blah." And this was in like the beginning of my like I'm a little badass stage, so I was like, "No, fuck it, I'm playing club."
Yeah.
And then he asked my girlfriend at the time, we need him to come out. Like
Yeah.
we don't have a outfielder, blah blah blah, or whatever. I really want him to try out. Even with the coach, I don't want to say begging, but really wanting me to come out, I
Mhm.
still didn't make the team.
Really?
And it was
Yeah.
like very clear that I was on the better end of what they were looking for in the outfield,
Yeah.
and still didn't make it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it. That's where Nikki's coming down to. Like even with Maple Point,
Yeah.
I tried out for Maple Point, and they all went after MAA players.
Yeah.
Like everybody on the Maple Point team was MAA.
But
I almost didn't make it on Maple Point's team, but that was mainly because I've never played on a team.
and
And
you never played softball before.
The thing is I got benched the whole time, and honestly, I wasn't bad. I showed up to every practice. I proved myself
Yeah, but
several times.
heart doesn't mean skill.
No. I was pretty good. I was doing great. Actually, I was doing amazing. I really was. They had one of the warm-ups before like an outside of school game, like
I went to a couple of your games.
Yeah. 90% of the time I was benched. So
No, you played every time I went.
really,
At least one inning.
but
I think you have to play.
Yeah, I think they
Well,
have
yeah,
to
they
play.
have to play you. Yeah, but
Yeah,
No.
they have to play.
She,
you.
No.
she played for a good majority of the game
No.
that I went to.
no, the first game she said everyone's gonna play this game. I am the only person who didn't get to play that game,
Yeah.
and that was mainly because she forgot. But still, I think that's wrong, especially for an
Yes.
8th grader. It's middle school.
Yeah.
And the thing is, she was a very good coach. Not saying she was not a good coach. She conditioned us very well. She's amazing.
She was.
She
Yeah.
was an
I agree.
amazing coach. It's just the fact that
She wanted
It was-
to win more
yeah.
than
It's
making the
not-
kids happy.
it's not a high school team. It wasn't a high school team. It was varsity, but we're kids.
Yeah.
What do you expect? It's not college. It's not.
Well, first of all,
You're
it's
not
her-
playing
it's-
for money. You're
it-
playing just to play, to have fun.
It's her job to make sure that everybody plays, and
Yes.
everybody should have played. I'm
and
sorry.
the thing is
I will not forgive
Yeah,
her for
he's-
that.
I had to
He's
sit
not
out.
gonna
Yeah.
baby you on any of that.
I
he
had
was
to
the
sit
toughest.
out. I had to sit out in several games,
Yeah.
and not even just
That
that.
happens.
Listen, I get that. Whatever. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. And she even gave me the chance to play on JV's game, and I did. Because she just didn't know if we were gonna win that game, so she just put me on JV so I could play for that team.
Right.
The thing is that one was like an hour away, so
Yeah.
whatever.
You didn't
But
go?
no, I did go.
Oh.
But the one time I had asked her, because one of my friends had asked her if she could play for that game, because her mom never really comes to games like that. So I'm not gonna say who it
Yeah,
is,
Right.
yeah.
That's
but
fine.
she let her play, and I'm not saying this girl is a bad player. I'm not saying that at all. But it's like it wasn't like top 10, her top
yeah.
10.
Right.
So it was like I had asked her if I could play for a game that my mom and papa were coming down for. Mind you, they're 2 hours away. I
Right.
sat there, cheered on my team like she told me to. I even proved myself during the warm-ups that we do before the game. Proved myself. She even said, "Oh yeah, I think you'll be able to play today." I didn't get put in on that game.
Yeah.
And she told me
She was going to.
that she was going to put me in. Never did.
Yeah.
Imagine how I felt. I didn't talk to her. I didn't say anything to her. I still showed up to practices and I still did my part,
Yeah.
but I did not speak to her. And then she never said anything about it. And honestly, it's all right. I get it, but don't do that.
Yeah. I think
Especially
that's
after you
totally
tell
wrong.
someone that you're going to do it.
There's
Don't lie.
She screwed up. That wasn't fair at all.
There's
It was wrong.
I can't really say anything because we had a playoff game.
Mhm.
Were you there for this one? I forget where it
Yeah.
was, but we had a playoff game. We were awful, but we started picking up like at the end. I think this was the year before I got hurt. And I was playing, blah, blah, blah. We were doing good. And then for some reason, he took me out. And I freaked out on our coach because it wasn't even our head coach, because our head coach was Gilmore's dad.
Right.
It was our assistant coach, took me out of the game and put this kid in
Mhm.
that literally would sit down in the outfield.
Yep.
And I remember I freaked out, screamed in this guy's face, and left the game. And I quit the team right there.
It's crazy.
Were you not there for that one?
I have no idea.
No, you probably would have beat my fucking
I
ass.
respected all
No,
my
I
coaches.
would've never.
That's
No,
what happened.
that was the word. We ended up losing the game,
Yeah. Yep.
but that was like playoff. Like
I respected all my coaches, but I also played the entire game.
But
Well, that was the thing because they tried to give me the spiel of, oh, well, we have to play everybody. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
was it school team?
No, it was club.
No.
Okay.
But
Well,
I was like,
then, yeah.
play him somewhere else, not
Somewhere,
in
yeah.
the
Yeah.
position that I'm in. Like,
See, she could have switched me with this other girl who wasn't doing good and couldn't really catch pop-ups. I'm pretty good at pop-ups.
yeah, but they probably have a system that they have in place. Like, I
Yeah.
was just too arrogant and had a really big ego that when they took me out, I was like, well, fuck you. Why'd you
Yeah.
take me out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, our center fielder was literally has track records at Neshaminy High School. Like, obviously he's not coming out. And then our left fielder was probably just as good as the other kid.
Yeah.
So it's like, our outfield was solid. So it's like, put him somewhere else. Don't put him in my position. Like, our shortstop, second baseman sucks. Take him out. Put him there. Like, but there's probably plans in place that they have. And unfortunately, yes, they drove 2.5 hours, but whatever.
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 All right, let's move on.
Yeah, we still did sports.
I got one more. No, I don't have nothing. What do you guys
You got
have?
nothing?
No.
Or you're the one that wanted to move
I'm
on.
done.
I wanted to say
I'm tired
that-
of talking about.
Well, I wanted to say that I know it's not high school, but I didn't play baseball
Now we're
throughout
not
the whole
moving on.
entire middle school until 9th grade, and this is when 9th grade was still in middle school for me.
Oh,
I tried out for the team and made it, and I didn't play at all through any of the seasons until that year. So there is a potential that you can do it. You just have to put the work in it.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you're putting the work in it and work hard at it, and listen to people who are trying to train you.
yeah.
And I do.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like you have to make sure that you're like, if they're being like, hey, you're doing this wrong. This is what you need to do. You need to take the criticism, and then work on that.
Right.
Yeah.
To get there, because it's for you to be able to make, especially a JV team, because the further you get in the high school, the harder the
it's
teams
hard,
are.
Very
Mhm.
hard. And the reason why is too because they grew up. with it.
They played
All the way.
Most of these people that are on the team played softball since they were kids.
Yep.
Going all the way up, and then a lot of them trained, like
Yeah,
professionally trained.
Professionally
Yeah.
trained. Yeah.
You know, that was one of our biggest struggles in baseball is that we played against people who were professionally
Professionally
trained,
trained.
and we
Mhm.
weren't.
Yeah, but people need to realize that a lot of these kids can't afford.
I know.
Stuff like
I
that.
know.
No,
100%. But
I
I
get
mean,
it.
like, you'll make it out of what you make it. Like,
Yeah.
we like, I always say, like, dad was like a hard ass. Like, Poppy was a hard ass.
I was not.
But, like,
Yes,
yeah, you were.
Oh my
But,
god!
like,
Every game
that's-
you did something wrong in the game, and you had to leave with him.
Yeah.
you were getting ripped apart the
But-
whole
but
time.
the
I
thing
didn't
is-
rip you apart.
Yeah, you did.
I just told you.
But no. But one,
it was good. It was
one,
good criticism.
That is that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to is it made you strive for greatness, because he wouldn't just yell at you and then not give you feedback. It was like when we would go out the next time to practice, it was like, okay, you did this, you need to do this,
Yeah.
stop forgetting it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
stop getting your ego and pride in the way of like your fundamentals.
Or stop picking your
Essentially.
ass.
See, the
when
issue-
Stop picking your
somebody's
ass.
hitting the
Don't
ball.
flick the ball into your hand when you're losing like 20 runs.
Yeah.
no, Daymon could catch
See-
out in the outfield.
See,
I
the
was really good in
issue-
the outfield.
The issue with me when it comes to batting, like
Yeah.
I'm
I was the
great.
same way.
I am great in the outfield. You can't even sit there and say I'm not, because I am. I got a double play my first game in outfield. Right outfield, got my first game, had no idea what I was doing, and still got a double play in outfield. But
Well, that's a little scary.
that is scary, especially not knowing what you're doing and having no idea how to play really,
Well, my question is, why didn't you know what you were doing?
because I didn't
Yeah,
learn
she
the
never
game.
played.
I
Yeah,
never
there's
played. That was my
the
first
first
time
time.
playing.
There's little quirks to outfield that you don't get taught. Like, I was also just thrown into outfield.
But the thing is, I love outfield though. That's the
Outfield's
thing.
great.
I love outfield.
Yeah,
I would
I-
never change that position for anything
Yeah, no.
ever. I mean, I played center. I played left. I wasn't my favorite was definitely right and center. But I don't like left. I'm not a huge fan of left. I don't know why. Just really not.
I think the
But-
ball comes off differently from
Yeah.
to left field.
Wait.
That was my spot.
That
left
was
field.
Damon's
Nope.
spot. But go ahead.
My main issue with batting was just the anxiety, because everyone would be cheering for me, yes, but the thing is like I would get all shaky and nervous, and
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix that.
I was the
It doesn't
same way
matter.
with getting hit
like
by the ball.
it doesn't matter. I wasn't scared of getting hit by the ball. I was scared of striking out, and then I would just strike out.
Yeah.
Well, my
But-
thing is, I think that the people on your team that are cheering you on or it's giving you the anxiety
Yeah.
enough that you got to get a hit. You
Yeah.
got to get a hit.
Yeah.
Well, you got to
the
get
thing
a hit.
is
Well,
they
that's-
were really the team was amazing. They were great people. I mean, didn't you bond with one of their dads or something? I mean,
we were playing with the dog that they brought.
I mean, they're great people. Like they're great
Yeah,
kids.
I'm
they're
not arguing
they're
that, but-
good
but
and
when-
everything. But
when
like
people are saying, "Come on,
Yeah,
let's
it-
go,
it
let's
makes you
go,"
feel
it
obligated
gives you
to-
more-
yeah.
It makes you
But
more anxious.
It's not even the team. It's the coaches, the team,
Yeah.
the parents.
It was
like,
definitely.
You don't want to let them down.
Yeah, I
so
don't
I'm
think-
thinking that should they do that?
But
Yeah,
yeah,
should they not?
No, they
100%.
definitely
I think
should.
But
should.
you have to get over it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
But
strike out like that was the thing, right? Because I was the same exact way.
Mhm.
I was scared of getting hit.
Yeah.
One, because at our age, that's when they started fucking throwing.
Yeah.
But like contact was not my friend,
Yeah.
and striking out. Like
Mhm.
I struck out quite
The
often,
Anxiety is crazy.
and it's one of those things where it's like you strike out, right? And like you can be mad, you
Yeah.
can whatever, but it's like the person that's after you that grounds into a double play or grounds
Mhm.
out, like
So it's not as bad.
it's the same thing. Like
Yeah.
everyone's gonna have their times. Like even if you watch professional baseball or whatever, like everyone's streaky, everyone gets in their moments. Like our third baseman, Alec Boehm, cannot get it together at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
He's struggling right now.
Last year, the end of last year, and then the beginning of this year,
Mhm.
struggling. He's just in a slump. He's got to get over it.
Yeah.
But you can't let the emotions get to you. Like if you
Mhm.
ever watch and you see him strike out, he's throwing his shit on the ground and blah blah blah. I was the same way. I never actively attempted to fix it. Like
Yeah.
I struck out. Okay, why?
Mhm.
Like what am I doing? Am I not waiting on a pitch? Am I swinging outside, like a pitch outside of the zone? Like there's so many different things that you have to look at and take into. Like
Yeah.
we didn't have a tee when we went. Like
Mhm.
we went to batting cages,
So-
but not super often. Like there's things you like.
that you can do to improve.
Yes.
Yes, I know that. But the thing is it's not even just in games. Me and my friends, we were at MMA fields and we were playing, and this group of like baseball kids, they were like, "Oh, do you want to do softball versus baseball?" I was like, "Of course I do. Why not?" They're like actual players though. They actually play on a team. We were not on a team.
Yeah.
So the thing is even when they were pitching to me, I still got into this like panic. Like my hands start shaking. I got really nervous.
Yeah, you got to get over it. You haven't seen the play
That's-
too many
I don't
times.
know.
And not only that, that's because it was against boys.
Yeah.
You're gonna panic over that.
And
If it was a bunch of girls that came up and said,
yeah.
"Hey," I don't think you'd have been shaken.
No. It's because it's a lot different. Baseball pitches are a lot different between
Oh, yeah.
softball
Oh,
pitches.
no
The
doubt.
ball, the way the ball's angled
Yeah.
coming at you is completely different.
Mhm.
I honestly can't help you on that because I never felt any of that.
Mm,
I'm just
wow.
kidding.
Do you want a cookie?
Everybody does.
Everybody that gets
That's
up to
what you
that
don't
bat
understand. So you're
shit
going
in
up
their
there
pants.
thinking you're the only one that feels that way.
Mhm.
Every single person who bats feels that way. The only people that probably don't, which they might still even do, is professional baseball players or
Mhm.
Well, no, they
professionals.
probably do. Yeah,
They probably
especially
still
when the
do.
bases are loaded with
But
2 outs
but they're
in the bottom of the ninth.
But what I'm saying is
Shit.
they're way more comfortable because
Yeah.
they play hundreds of games.
And that's why I said you
know what I mean?
haven't been up to a plate enough to be like, okay, it's
My-
just a strikeout.
my
Like,
Yeah.
entire time playing baseball, I've always felt that way at the plate.
Yeah.
The difference,
Everybody has.
you just got to get over it. At
Yeah.
the fact of just being like, you know what, if I strike out, I strike out. If I hit a ground out, I'm grounding out.
Yeah.
But but that moment you hit a good hit, you're gonna feel great about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like, always strive for that feeling.
No, but
Like hit the ball. Let me hit a good hit.
yeah,
Like, go up
no.
and feel
But
that
the
way.
thing is the one thing that actually got me really mad. So it was in game. I was on second, and I was on second base, and my coach has me running to third. We weren't stealing the ball. I don't even know what happened. She just tried to get me to run to third. I was running to third. She's telling me to go back. The other coach is telling me to keep going. So they're both telling me.
Yeah,
One's
wrong.
telling me to go, one telling me to come back, and then I just get tagged out.
Yeah, so I mean that.
It
Yeah, but
happens.
that also comes with like the IQ of the play,
Mm-hmm.
like your
So-
awareness
yeah.
and stuff like that. Like
And I was sitting there-
do you know how many times? I'm not even joking you. Any time that I stole was
Mm-hmm.
most likely on a don't steal.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing
It's not
something
good.
that like it's not good, but
Yeah.
one, it usually worked out in my favor. I wasn't always fat.
Except-
I was
She
pretty
would-
fat.
she- my
except
coach-
for when
When
you
it-
did hip
The
flex.
thing
But
is,
then
my
when it
old
didn't
Yeah.
work out,
the thing
Well,
is,
actually, I think my
He
my
told you
hip
to
pointer
steal?
was on a double. I
Oh.
think that was on me getting a hit, not a steal.
I think it was a steal.
my thing is
Ask your mom.
one of my first practices for not Neshaminy, Maple Point.
you're covering your face.
Oh wow, thanks. Anyways, my coach, they had us doing
You can go.
sliding practicing. Like you,
Ooh.
yeah. I
Tough.
didn't know how to slide.
Either did
So
Daymon.
the other
Go towards your
girls,
butt. No, Damon did.
No.
Damon did that.
Sure.
no, it wasn't even like it was just one time. You do it one time, and she was like, "All right, let's try sliding to home. You can either do a dive or you can do a regular slide." And I said, "I'm gonna do a dive because I didn't know how to."
That's the worst.
That's hell.
That's why
And
I
hell
was
at the
crazy.
time, I was so obsessed with like wanting to like lose weight and be skinny. So I had this waist trainer on, and it's tight. It's like a corset. It cinches
Yeah.
everything in. It's very tight. So, and I had the belt on, and we're in our uniforms, and she's like, "All right." The girls are in the back with me trying to teach me how to do a dive. And I'm sitting there like, I'm not going to do this. So I get up to my spot, and she's like, all right, now what you're going to do is you're just going to run and dive. And that's what I did. And my belt dug into my gut. Same with the waist trainer. And I couldn't breathe for like a good second.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
Knocked the
God.
wind out of you.
It was so
Definitely
bad.
knocked
The
the wind out of
the
it.
one thing I can say is a diving slide, execute it right, is like the most is smoother than a regular slide.
Yeah.
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 But it has to be done correctly. You have to. It has to be
It's
like
gotta
the
be
right
perfect.
momentum,
It's
the
gotta
right.
be-
She told me.
You can't
Angle.
like go full on like standing upward to diving down. You have to like
You gotta-
lower your body.
Yeah,
into
no,
it.
that's what I
gotta
did.
kinda, like-
That's what I did.
Yeah.
She actually told me I did pretty good. It was just the fact that I had a waist trainer on and the belt.
The funny
it-
thing
it's
is
like
about when I got hurt is I was always too scared to do the
dive.
face forward slide.
Yeah.
Way too scared. And it was highly suggested on the field that we were playing in
mhm.
because it was not a good field. It was a super packed field. It was like concrete. It was like playing on concrete. But not the best. The worst thing that's ever happened to me playing, other than obviously getting a career-ending injury,
Yeah.
is we were playing in outfield, and I think this was at Neshamony's field.
Mhm.
Playing outfield, ball gets hit way in, and like I said, I was not as bulbous as I am now.
Mhm.
And I always put my body out there. Like if I knew it was in my reach, I'm diving, I'm sliding, I'm doing anything I need. I dove, and there was a big fucking rock in the field, and I just dove and slid like right down this rock that like if this is the ground, it was sticking like this far out. And I remember getting up, and I think it was the end of the inning, and I'm just like, dude, this shit hurt so bad. But that's part of the game.
Yeah.
Is you got to put your body out there. You got to put your body on the
There
line.
shouldn't be a
To
rock
this
out there.
day, I
Well,
still
yeah, I know.
Well, you got to remember they're not professional fields.
to
Yeah.
this day I still cannot do a regular slide. I don't know how.
hard.
I really
Very
don't.
hard.
And I see all these girls doing these slides, and they just like pop back up. I'm like, I don't know how to do
Yeah,
That
that.
was
That
the
shit's
best.
cool.
That's awesome.
I know
man.
That is
this
badass.
one girl, Jill. She's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, I inspire to be her one day. Like she is amazing.
Mhm.
And she's a great person. Like she's very nice. She's really good. And I remember watching her do this one, best slide ever. She did a dive, but it was so cool. It was so
Yeah,
she
yeah.
had dirt all over her.
Mhm.
Everyone was cheering for her. And the damn ump looks at her and he's like, out. Just says out. She made it to home plate. Do you know how awful that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the game.
Dude.
Trust me.
I was like, if I were you, I'd be pissed.
I
Like,
can't.
I'd be mad.
I can't tell you how many times like you want like cursing out an ump was a thing.
I was gonna say,
Oh, yeah.
I,
No,
I
all
took
the
after
umps
Uncle
loved
Joey
me.
on that one.
Yeah,
Every
Joey was the worst.
Every ump loved me because I remember I had this one game and I was up to bat and he was like, we were talking before because they were practicing or something, and me and the ump were talking. He was like, oh yeah, my granddaughter was number 15, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And he's old. I don't really want to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
But he's just talking to me. I swear, every that I've had, we've never had a problem. They've all enjoyed my company, and I don't know why.
Well, that at least makes someone.
I don't know why either.
All right. I think we are coming
I think
to
we
the
gotta
end
wrap
here.
this up. It's a long one.
Layla,
This was.
Layla, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Layla.
You're
It
welcome.
was nice.
It was wonderful.
It's been a pleasure.
Went a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to kind of be short, but we got into softball. Thank you for joining us on this around the table that we have. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode, what sport you played when you were younger, if you played any. If you weren't cool enough, tell us what instrument you played. But other than that, thank you for joining us.
That's right.
Keep an eye on the week as we go, posting more stuff, getting more content out to you guys. We got some exciting things coming. So thank you.
Peace.